Hi, my name is Lilly Kranz, and there's been a few of you that have visited my YouTube channel. This is actually my very first video. I thought that it would be important to share with you a little bit about my background, and also I thought for me, being a busy mom with a special needs child and taking the responsibility to partially be homeschooling her, that this would be my best way to communicate. I have had a long time desire to actually write a book or write articles, and just haven't had the time. So for me, this is going to be my start, and forgive me if I have some technical difficulties or that I just am not a great filmmaker yet. So I appreciate your patience and understanding, and hope that you can please either like the video so that I have some feedback, or place some comments below on other questions you have. And I'm going to start with my background a little bit. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail because this is my first video, and I wanted to make it an introductory one and grow on what I learned from the feedback I get and what others would like to know. I actually, at one time, because it has expired, had a degree in elementary education. It was in the integrated language arts as well as dance. And also, I have a degree in Montessori preschool education and elementary Montessori education. So I have an extensive background in education, and the philosophies that I lean towards was Montessori's philosophy, as well as storytelling and the integrated language arts. And I also loved dancing, so I studied dance at Western Michigan University as well as Wayne State University, both of which are in Michigan. And I also integrated creative movement. So I'm giving you a little bit of my background because this all developed before I had a child in 1999, Trinity, with special needs. And I've explored a lot of methodologies and a lot of approaches to educating her. And my disclaimer is that it's been eclectic, and I honor and give credit to what I've used that has influenced me. And at this time, I'm not going to go through all those particular influences. Mainly what has influenced me significantly, as well as Trinity, is Montessori philosophy and education. And I have to look up and think back, because it was her 6th grade year that I started the use of the iPad. She's now in 9th grade, so approximately 4 years ago, which would probably put us into about 2011, that spring. And my goal was to design the iPad and the curriculum apps as if I was preparing the shelves and all the materials in a Montessori classroom, which I had initially learned from my mentor, my first year of interning as a Montessori teacher with a dear colleague and friend. And that's what I visualized in my mind. And I will be making a video to show you how I laid out the iPad. And it also is, when you have a Montessori classroom, your first shelf in the upper left-hand corner is the beginning teachings of a concept or a task. And so I tried to lay out a timeline and a curriculum on my daughter Trinity's iPad in the same manner. And below you've seen some of the videos that I posted, which are some of my favorite apps that I've used with her. And I want to remind you that what I have learned is it's very important to still be the teacher, the mentor, the directress, and guiding the instruction, because I do have extensions to every lesson. For example, this is more advanced than a beginning lesson, which might be in language, the teaching of writing and the formation of letters. We have done the lesson. There's an app called Compound Words, and it's a Montessori app, and we really enjoy it. Trinity enjoys it, which is vocabulary development as well as being introduced to compound words. After she does the exercise in matching up the compound words and then matching them to their pictures, we have a language grammar book, and she writes them into her book. I also have her repeat the words to me, and we can talk about the words as well. So I encourage you to work side by side with your children. I know it's difficult, but for me to initially think that if I create all this wonderful curriculum on the iPad, that to just give her free time and exploration, that the job is done. I have discovered that the job is not done, and it's much more enriching to develop an extension of every lesson that you work with. And that's my share for you today, because next I would really like to share with you what I've created on the iPad with her, and I will give you some visuals on how we do some of these extended lessons. And thank you very much for taking the time. I'm hoping over time, while I share some of these precious stories that I have about Trinity, especially I have a very significant story when I had Trinity in my Montessori classroom for almost 2 years, and it was just a delight. It was, as Maria Montessori shared, a phenomena. Thank you very much, and I'll be talking with you as well. Thank you.